Right, welcome everyone, and welcome to the Music Stories launch concert. Very excited that Music Stories is now live, and we've got some amazing musicians on site, some of whom you'll meet today. So let's start off with some music, and firstly, I'd like to introduce Lyrit Milgram on violin.
Hi, my name is Lyrit, and I'm from Canada, but I've been living in London for 14 years now. Wow. I'm really happy to be here today, not only because of the launch and this project, but also because it's been a really difficult year for a lot of artists, and so we're grateful for every performance opportunity that we get. So thanks a lot for being here today, and I hope you enjoy the concert. So I'm going to play two short pieces for you. The first one is, we've been, I don't know, solo violin music is always Bach, Paganini, Isai, things like that. So I've been searching for a bit more obscure stuff. So I've decided to start off today with a piece called As the Wind Goes, which is the second movement of the Fiddler Dance Suite by Wynton Marsalis, who is a jazz trumpeter from the US. So I'll start with that, and then I'll introduce my second piece after. So the second piece I'm going to play is a tango etude by Piazzolla, and I chose this because it's his centenary this year of his birth. 1921. So there's been a lot of Piazzolla going around, as you may have noticed. So this one's a bit different. It's more upbeat, and it's a tango, so you can hear sort of misplaced accents everywhere. And yeah, I hope you enjoy. Thank you so much. Now over to Lydia.
Hi, I'm Lydia. I'm a freelance oboist. Normally, in normal times, I mostly play with various different orchestras and various other things. Like I dep on Wicked in the West End sometimes, and I've done recording for Stormzy and Little Sims. But obviously none of that's really happening at the moment. So, but something I have really enjoyed during lockdown has been playing more solo oboe repertoire, which I don't normally get the chance to do very much. Sort of playing in at online concerts like this one. So I've got two pieces for you today. The first one is a Telemann fantasy, which is, it's really originally written for flute, but they work really well on the oboe as well. So it's got 4 short movements, so I hope you enjoy it. So my next piece, I'm playing two movements from Britain's Metamorphoses. I'm going to play the first one and the last one. So the first one tells the story of Pan, who, it says, it's got a little story at the top. He played upon the reed pipe, which was Syrinx, his beloved. And the last thing I'm going to play for you is the sixth movement of the same piece, and it's Arethusa, who, flying from the love of Alpheus, the river god, was turned into a fountain. So now I'll hand you back to Fiona.
Thank you, Lydia, and to Lyri as well for kicking off the concert. So there's some amazing personal performances there. It's brilliant to see. I just want to say a few words before we go to our next performer. And firstly, just thank everyone who is attending today. Thank you to those who donated to the Music Stories crowdfunder and help us hit target, which is brilliant. Thank you so much to the Music Stories partners, so retailers and music funds that are attending today, who have helped to promote Music Stories and hopefully will continue to do so. I'd like to thank the musicians for today, obviously, as well. So Lyri, Lydia, Maria, Jonathan, Emily and Violeta. Thank you so much. And particularly to Jonathan and Emily, actually, who I've been in touch with since July last year and have been really helpful in terms of helping evolve the website from a musician's perspective. So thank you for that. I'd like to thank the musicians today listening who were supported by the London Music Fund, and those who did grade 8 during COVID. Well done for that. And other music lovers who have joined today. So thank you. It's great to see you here. Music Stories was an idea that started about a year and a half ago now, actually, while I was on maternity leave. Came from my own experience as an amateur musician, looking for a music teacher online, and my desire really is also to use my sales and marketing experience within the world of music. It's obviously evolved over the last year and a half, but the core concept has remained the same. So to try and create a platform for musicians to represent them really well online with all the variety of things that they do. So teaching, performing, composing, arranging, organising group experiences and masterclasses. And for the users of the websites to create a destination for them to learn, experience, shop and play everything in one place, everything to do with music. And also to support people in musical education. So making that as accessible and inclusive as possible through the website. There's lots still to do. There's lots to develop the website further, create more partnerships and lots of marketing in the background. But I'm really encouraged and excited by the musicians we've got on site for launch and the support we've had from partners to date. So thank you for that. So let's continue now with the concerts and to our next performer, Violeta Vicci on violin. And over to you, Violeta, to introduce yourself.
Hi, and nice to see everyone virtually. And thank you, Fiona, for having me as part of Music Stories. It's a wonderful idea, and I'm really happy to be part of this. So just a few words. I'm a violinist and a violist, classically trained, but I'm also a composer. I write ambient, electronic, cinematic music, and so now I've kind of evolved into this performer writer, where I combine different things in the concerts. And it's trying to create an experience of going from core classical repertoire to new commissions and new music created in the moment as well. So improvisations and pieces I've written which are very that work very well with visuals. And so that's why today what I have to share on Music Stories is maybe slightly different. And I'm in awe of Lyri and Lydia for having performed such a beautiful concert from their home, that I'm going to take you somewhere else. I'm going to take you into nature, where I've been doing most of my concerts this year. So lockdown happened, and of course everyone's tours and concert schedules was completely cancelled. And I decided to try to get a different audience and create a different energy when you perform, and that is actually going into nature and playing live from there. Initially sounded like an insanely crazy idea. How is that possible? But I managed to do it with a technical setup and reducing the setup almost to be able to carry it to places. And yes, I mean it's been a journey. It started as an adventure, and I did about 10 live streams live on location, which were laced with technical issues, but also laced with incredible moments of achievement, of playing with the sunset behind on the Isle of Wight, or at the top of a mountain in Switzerland, or in a forest and feeling the energy of the trees. And then it's evolved into a filmed concert. where I can control the quality as well afterwards of the sound, giving me a concert hall, you know, experience to the music as well. Just to make sure. Some of them I didn't actually touch after playing live, but others, depending on the acoustic outdoors, are just made sure that it sounds all right. And yeah, they're with a cinematographer, and they're with a few different camera angles and all that. So I thought I would share that with you today, and Fiona will be playing back 2 clips taken from those concerts I've been doing since September. And just before I hand you over to Fiona to play those pieces, well, just wanted to say that yeah, if you like those pieces, I mean, you know, if they like those live streams, do follow me on social media. But if you want to book me as a teacher or for a private concert, then it's through Music Stories. I think same with all the performers here today. And we're incredibly grateful to have this platform for musicians and for all music lovers. It's really wonderful. That it's a really nice community. So, well, I don't think I have much more to say. Oh yeah, the 2 pieces I'm going to show you today. That's me playing The Lark Ascending by Ralph Vaughan Williams. Not the whole piece, but a 6-minute arrangement I did where I pre-recorded the viola part, violin arrangement underneath a drone, and then trigger it live with the pedals and play the solo line on top. And then it segues into a piece that I'm performing on my viola, but it's an octave viola, so it actually sounds like a cello. And that's what I've been experimenting, playing on all these different instruments: octave viola, octave violin, violin, viola, even using my voice as an instrument, and combining them all to create this immersive experience. And it's what piece am I playing? I'm playing the Bach Sarabande from the 5th Cello Suite on the octave viola. So thanks, Fiona, and thanks everybody for tuning in and being part of this concert. Hi, I just wanted to mention one thing before I hand it over to the next performer, Jonathan Radford, I believe, a wonderful saxophonist, to say that please ignore the PayPal link on the video. That is just for my live concerts in nature, and it's not for today. And I want to say, yeah, thank you very much. As you can see, there's a massive crew. Now we have like a few people involved in these live streams, and it started with an iPhone going into the wild. So thank you, Fiona.
Hello everyone, my name is Jonathan Radford and I'm a saxophonist, a soloist, a chamber musician and also a teacher. It's so great to be here today for the Music Stories live launch concert, so thank you so much to Fiona for all of her wonderful work and organisation, and I'm sure you all will see or have seen that it's going to be a really fantastic website and project and a wonderful community for everyone. It's also so great to hear all of the live music and some of the wonderful kind of lockdown projects that everyone's been up to, which is always a source for so much inspiration, and it's been wonderful to see what people have been up to over the last year. And I'd like to share with you some of the things that I've been up to as well during lockdown. So obviously concerts, live concerts with audiences, but also playing with our colleagues and friends ceased almost overnight, and it kind of caused me to search for what I might be able to do during this time. And one of the things that I did was to look for kind of new ways to play with other people, or in this case, in this next piece you're going to hear, which is Vitaly's Chacon, originally for violin and orchestra. I decided that I'd like to accompany myself as well as playing the solo violin part. So what I did was first of all, I set down a multi-track backing track, played all by myself on the tenor saxophone, and then I played the melody and the solo part over the top on the soprano saxophone. So here is Vitaly's Chaconne in G minor, arranged for saxophones. The next piece I'd like to play for you is going to be live, and it's called Rock Me by Barry Cockcroft. And similarly to the first piece that you heard, this is, even though it's on one instrument, it kind of sounds like it's many instruments. So the idea is that it kind of emulates a rock band. So there's lots of different techniques, percussive techniques that sound like drums, guitar strummings, overdrive harmonics on the guitar and all that kind of stuff, and a little bit of saxophone in there as well. So this is Barry Cockcroft's Rock Me. now I'm just going to pass over to Fiona to introduce the next two artists.
Thanks, Jonathan. What an amazing range of music there. So we've got Violeta and Jonathan. Thank you so much. Inspiring stuff. Yeah, so now we move to our last two performers. We're now going to hear from Emily Sun. She's a fantastic violinist, had an amazing career, and actually today she's recording her next album, but she's done a special recording for us with Ashley Fripp, another one of the Music Stories musicians. So we'll play her recording shortly, and then we'll move to Mariya, who is doing a fantastic mix of opera for us, or from different eras. It should be great fun. So I will now play back Emily's for you.
My name is Emily Sun, and I'm a violinist based in London. I am a soloist and a chamber musician, as well as a very dedicated teacher. I teach kids from all ages and at all levels, including children who have just started the violin, all the way up to college-age students at the Royal College of Music. I hope you will enjoy my performance today of Franck's Violin Sonata alongside Ashley Fripp, who is another Music Stories teacher.
Wow. I mean, wow. Right, you guys, this is amazing. All these people are so amazing. Hi, my name is Mariya Kaganskaya. I'm an opera singer, hence the not holding of an instrument, because I am the instrument. Ha ha ha, funny. Hi, I'm Maria. You can tell by my accent, I am not in the United Kingdom. I am in the United States. I'm originally from Russia, but that was a while ago, and I primarily perform in the US. Now I primarily perform into the camera. But before that, I got my master's and my postgrad degrees in vocal performance at the San Francisco Conservatory of Music, and I've performed at opera companies including the Santa Fe Opera, Florida Grand Opera, Arizona Opera, Opera Parallel, Opera Santa Barbara, mostly the US, but internationally as well. And I'm very much looking forward to getting back to that. But for now, here we are, and I'm so excited to be a part of Music Stories and to get to work with and be on a platform with all of these amazing, wonderful musicians and humans. So thank you, Fiona, for this. Okay, so today, my accompanist and I, he's a bit robotic, but you know, he's always in tune. My accompanist and I will be giving you a small little overview of all of opera from the Baroque era to late Romantic. My accompanist isn't very good at the modern stuff, so we're gonna stick to that. So we'll start with something you may have heard. This is Ombra mai fu from Handel's Circe. Thank you. So I'm assuming you're applauding there at home. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure. Maybe not. Maybe not. So this next piece, let's go a little further, closer in time, to Mr. Mozart. This next aria is from Le Nozze di Figaro, The Marriage of Figaro. I need to say something about opera, guys. It's weird. It's weird. The plots can be convoluted. In fact, the plot of this one is quite convoluted. Basically, what's going on in this opera is there's a count and a countess, and the count would get me too'd right now, but the countess is not in a position where she can really do much about that because it's Mozart times. But she has an array of clever people around her who are trying to fix the situation. Meanwhile, the Count is trying to get at Susanna, who is about to marry Figaro, hence the marriage of Figaro. So if you ever have a trivia question, you need to answer who's going to marry Figaro, it's Susanna. And the whole plot is getting jumbled up by this kid Cherubino, who is about 14 years old and played by me. So I think we need to do something about this. Since I don't have my costume department, let's see if we can't get a filter on. Maybe. Why is my mustache not working? Maybe not. Is my mustache working? Oh well. Can't get the mustache to work. Maybe I can, maybe I can't. I don't know. I have no idea if it's working. Imagine it's there, if not. So basically, Cherubino's whole deal is he is obsessed with everyone that moves, like one is at 14. And in this aria, he's explaining to the beautiful countess the fact that he's obsessed with everything that moves. So this is Voi che sapete from Le Nozze di Figaro. Let me cue up my robotic friend. All right, here we go. Okay, so this next piece is something completely different. This next piece is Carmen. I'm sure you've probably at least heard of it. So this is the Habanera from Carmen, in which Carmen basically outlines her views on what love is and what love isn't. And so she's comparing love to a oiseau rebelle, a rebel bird, and that you can't try to catch the bird, but if the bird shows up, watch out. Thank you. Okay, so for my last number, let me make my speaking volume higher. I sing louder than I speak. So my last number will be Seien wir wieder gut from Richard Strauss's Ariadne auf Naxos. What? This is from the late Romantic era. Basically, also a convoluted plot, but this part of it is simple. There is a composer, so this is once again a pants roll. I'm once again a man. And he has just fallen in love for the first time. And his opera has been going south. And it's been stressful, but then he saw this lady and suddenly nothing is a problem. He's obsessed with her and he's just sort of extolling the amazing qualities of love and music. So I thought it would be quite relevant to do today, seeing as we're here for the love of music. Okay, so this is Seien wir wieder gut from Ariadne auf Naxos. Thank you. So, can't say it better than Strauss. Die heilige Musik, holy music. That's why we're here. Thank you guys so much for listening to me and all these amazing other performers. Thank you, Fiona, for having us. Thanks for donating to the crowdfunder. Hey, Fiona, do you think people could still donate to that if they feel so inclined?
Thanks, Maria. And thank you everyone. This has been such an amazing concert and such a privilege actually to showcase such amazing talent. Yeah, I mean, it's amazing. I'm overwhelmed. And yeah, just to say, obviously, to find out more about the performers and our other musicians, please do go to musicstories.co, join up and register, and hopefully create your own music stories by working with these amazing musicians. They're all available for lessons and or performances. And yeah, you'll get a sort of post-concert email where you can feel free to add tips and things for people that you really love today. And thank you so much for attending. And hopefully there'll be many more like this. So thank you to the musicians and thank you everyone for being here today.